How do you do? Storyteller here, and happy Easter, or Resurrection Sunday, or April Fool's Day, or whatever you want to call it. Happy Sunday, and that means it's another journal day. That was a really good start. I wish I had something to follow it up with. Anyway, this week, well, let's talk about Easter first. Today, I was on the security team for church, again, and tonight we are having family over. I say family because it is my sister's brother-in-law's parents. So it's my sister's in-laws. But we're friends. We're friends with them. It's not like I'm just saying, oh, we're getting together with their family. No, we're friends with them. So they're coming over for dinner, and we're having a ham dinner. I think that's Irish. I think that qualifies as Irish. A ham dinner with potatoes and carrots and, you know, the whole schmeal. And a little unusual, though, we have Italian bread with it. It just goes so well with it. But it's not Irish. That's okay. I can roll with it. Anyway, so that's what we're doing for this Easter, Resurrection Day, April Fool's Day Sunday. And let's see, I have a list this time. I actually made a list. You couldn't see that, but that's okay. Let's see. Earlier this week, okay, so I'm going to talk about work first before I talk about school. At work, we have been doing a remodeling. The entire store, you guys know I work retail, the entire store is getting remodeled. And la 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 la. The remodeling started Monday, and it's going really interesting. We have this beastly woman who has been leading it. You guys know I don't get along with a lot of other women for some reason. I tend to think that no women get along together, but I think it's mostly me. For some reason, I just do not get along with other women. But this woman is beastly to everyone, so it's not just me this time. Well, first let me describe her. She's from Indiana, so she has a very thick drawl, and she has pure white hair, like not gray, not quite that silvery, it's like white hair. And she has long hair, but it's straight across bangs, straight right at her eyebrows, and she has these giant eyes. Yeah. And with the thick accent, she's weird. But she is so beastly. I get there Monday. I think it was Monday. It was either Monday or Tuesday. It had started a day before I got there at work. They had already been remodeling for a day. So I came in the second day of it. So it might have been Tuesday. Yeah, it wasn't Monday because I go to school on Mondays. Duh. It was Tuesday. Tuesday I get there. Sorry, I'm disorganized. I didn't write that part down. I get there, and she's already delegating the work to everybody. Oh, I want you to do this, and I want you to build this, and I want you to carry this in from the truck, and so she's giving work to everybody. And I'm standing there, and I'm waiting to get my job assignment. And she goes, you know, this remodeling isn't gonna do itself. You might actually have to do a little bit of work. Do you think you can handle that? I'm like, oh, we're gonna get along good. We're gonna get along so well. Oh, I already hate you. Wow, yeah, no, we're not gonna get along. So no, we hit it off really well, as you can tell. And every couple of minutes she's coming over. Do you think you can actually handle this? Like, do you think you can do this right? I'm setting up, it's called a planogram. It's where you set up products on a shelf according to a chart, and it has to be the right spacing, and it has to be the right height, and you have to hang the hooks, and it's pretty basic. Pretty basic. And she keeps coming over. Do you think you can actually handle this? Like, do you think you can do it right? I'm like, got it, thanks. And then she comes over and she's showing me a different way to do it than the way I was taught to do it. And she's like, well, this is how we're gonna do it because I'm in charge and you're gonna do it this way. And I'm like, okay, we'll do it your way. She's like, no, we're not gonna do it my way, we're gonna do it the right way. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it your way. She's like, but it's the right way. I'm like, your way. Anyway, my phone timed out because I was ranting for so long. So yeah, we've been doing that remodeling. But at the same time, oh my gosh, another car drove through our building again. Idiots! This is the third time a car drove through the wall. I don't know if she's an idiot, if she wasn't drunk, I know that. She says her foot got stuck on the accelerator. And no, people keep asking me, is she a new driver or is she like in her 90s? Nope, she's in her 40s and she's just stupid. How does your foot get stuck on the accelerator? Ugh, stupid people. Stupid. Anyway, so that's work. So there's the remodeling with the beastly woman. But I've heard it through the grapevine that she might be leaving us. She might be getting replaced because she's a jerk. Possibly, I heard that. There's some other people there that I can actually stand from the remodeling, and there's been some talk, and I'm really hoping it's true. Oh, let her get fired and go away and go be you. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna be nice because it's Easter. Resurrection Day, April Fool's Day Sunday. Anyway, oh, and at work also, I know I'm talking all about work in this video. There's a girl there. You know, there's been all the new girls. One that I really like, her name is I'm gonna actually call them by names because this is gonna get really confusing. The one I really like, who's sweet and works really hard, her name is Jen. The one I don't like, who's a total jerk, but she's been strangely nice lately, but she snubbed me the first time, her name is Brooke. And there's another new one who is neutral. She doesn't work that as hard as Jen, but she's not as bad as Brooke. Her name is Dawn. So she's kind of that middle. But I worked with her one-on-one for the first time this week. Before it had always been, I'm doing my thing, she's doing her thing, and we're both there just doing our thing. But we were both put together up in the front this week. It was like 2 days ago. And oh my gosh, I realized we cannot work together. Oh my gosh. Because she's a micromanager. I might have just slurred a little bit. I was trying to say that. She's a micromanager. And she's not fun to work with. I'm trying to do, it's called damages. You have to scan an item that's been damaged, and you put it in a tote or you throw it away in the garbage, whatever it says, and you're basically just putting it in the system that that product is broken and we're throwing it away. Or sending it back, whatever it is, we're putting it into the system. So there's a box, and you take a product out of the box, you go beep, hit it on the screen, and either put it in the tote or throw it in the garbage. But it's that simple. You just pick it up, beep, hit the button, and put it wherever it goes. It's basic. I'm doing that, and she comes over, and she's standing there, hand on her hip, and she's watching me. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's newer. Maybe she doesn't know how to do this. Maybe she's watching me to figure out how to do this. So she's hand on her hip, watching me, just staring at me, not saying anything, just staring at me. I'm like, okay, you can stand there. And she's watching me, and then she picks something up out of the tote and holds it in front of my scanner. I'm like, girl, did I ask for your help? But I'm like, okay, beep. She's like, which one? I'm like, garbage. She's like, okay, picks up another one. I'm like, go do your thing. Go do something else. Shoo. I don't need you. I don't need your help. So I'm like, okay, and beep. I'm rolling with it because I'm not the type to try to start a conflict. If she wants to help me, let her help me, but she's in my way. She's up in my grill. And then I'm doing that, and she has to go back to ring because as we're up there doing damages, we're also supposed to be ringing. So I'm supposed to be doing damages, and she's supposed to be ringing. So she's standing at the register holding stuff up for me. Beep, being helpful for some reason. And a customer comes up and she starts ringing them, and then a customer comes up and stands behind them. Now our rule is when there's 2 people in line behind the person at the register, so that's a total of 3 people in line, you're supposed to call for a backup ringer. Not if there's only 2 people. But she's at the register ringing that person up, and another person comes up and she turns to me and she goes, "Are you gonna ring them up?" I'm like, Sure. So I jump on, I ring the person, and then I go back to damages, and another person walks up, Again, only a total of 2 people in the line, which you do not need a backup ringer for. She turns to me, she goes, "You gonna jump on? You gonna ring them up?" I'm like, "Girl, I am doing damages! I don't need your help. I don't need you to manage me. You don't have that many people in your line. We're good." But I bring them up. So the whole time I'm up there, no matter what I'm doing, she's trying to help me, and she's telling me what to do. And it's really starting to irritate me. Just because of how close a proximity, we're in a tiny little area of the registers. We're completely boxed in, and she's got to be over me, and she's got to be on top of what I'm doing. So it's really, really irritating. Anyway, I'm done talking about work. I promise, I'm done. Let's move on. Wow, this is going to be a long video. I have a lot to talk about. Let's see, school. Okay, we're gonna talk about the photography class first. You know, the project I've been working on for this past one has been the motion. So it's freeze frame, and then motion, which is trying to catch the blur of the movement. So I did that project. They actually came out really good. You're probably not gonna be able to see them because I actually have to turn in that project. So maybe when I get it back, you guys can see it. But the other project I've been working on is the light and dark project, so the theme I'm going for is negative space, so I got a model, and I put them in a dark room and put a spotlight on part of their face with a pattern, and the rest of the area in the photograph is completely blacked out except for that little area of their face, so going for that high contrast, so really cool, really fun. Drawing class, you guys love to hear about that. This week, no nude models. Completely disappointing. I want my money back. No, but this time the model couldn't show up. She had to call out. So we got one of our other students, the classmates, to pose in clothes, completely clothed. But we got 2 of them to pose for us for drawings, and it was really fun. It's interesting, completely different. Drawing people, this sounds weird, it's completely different drawing people with their clothes on. It's really difficult to get the proportions right when you can't see their body. That sounds really weird, because any other time you're gonna be drawing people with their clothes on. But I'm so used to drawing nudes that I don't know how to draw people with their clothes on. So it looked a little funny. But it was hilarious to me because I realized that I'm so dependent on being able to see the body in order to draw it, that I'm struggling to draw people with clothes on. I just think that's hilarious. So yeah, no nude models this week. We used our students, and apparently I don't know how to draw people with clothes on. So that's fun. Anyway, last week, I forgot to post the picture of my tattoo, so I'm gonna do that here. I'm gonna remember, guys, I have it written down right here. I'm gonna post the picture of the tattoo right there. Right there. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remember, guys. I'm gonna remember, okay? Alright. So yeah. Tattoo. Just an update. Because I try to talk about everything going on in my life. I'm going back to the gym more. I've neglected that for a little while. But I'm back at the gym and I'm doing Zumba again. Yay, Zumba! That's fun. But I'm back on top of that. Summer's right around the corner. Like, we're finally seeing signs of spring. It's not freezing out. We're not seeing more snowstorms because, if you guys know about this area, we've been hit by wave after wave after wave after wave of snowstorms, and finally we're seeing some nicer weather. So summer's right around the corner and I want to be ready for it, so I've been going to the gym more. And let's see, some possibility coming up possibly soon, but I'm not going to discuss it yet, just because it's not completely sure yet. But if I don't know how to talk about this without actually talking about it. There's a possibility of something coming up which is really cool that I've been hoping for, but it's not completely definite yet, so we're gonna see. So maybe I'll talk about that in the next journal, but for now just know that there might be something really cool coming up, and if it's not, then I won't mention it again. So, that's vague, but it's the best I can do. Alright, that's all I had on my list, and I can't really think of anything else. I feel like I'm missing something, but don't know for the life of me what it is. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great Easter Resurrection Sunday, April Fool's Day Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next journal. Bye-bye!